Welcome back, everybody. Today's a big day. Gonna get this thing aerated and overseeded and get it back looking green again. Make the lawn green again. Here we go. Alright, so the last couple of weeks I've been doing a lot to get the yard ready for aeration and seeding. I've been slowly lowering the cut to 2 inches to get closer to the soil. Then after that, I dethatched last weekend to get all the dead brown material off of the soil. And then this past weekend, I went ahead and lowered it down to 2 inches and gave it its final cut, getting it ready for aeration and seeding. And the last step to getting ready for aeration and seeding is I'm going around marking all my sprinkler heads so that the aerator doesn't run over them and cause me some more damage. Alright, so here we go. Core aeration can be accomplished in a couple of ways. A lot of people just go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any box store and rent an aerator themselves and spend a couple hours pushing it across the lawn several times. And I'll tell you from experience, this is not a very pleasant thing to do. It'll beat the daylights out of you. So my buddies came over with their Turf Co aerator and it knocked it out in a jiffy. The point of running one of these machines is to actually remove cores of soil from the lawn. This has many benefits. Some of the benefits are it relieves compaction. So my yard suffered from heat stress and drought throughout the year. That causes compaction in itself. Your soil is getting dry and sucking down tight, and the heat beats it down. So this helps open up the soil again. And by doing that, that allows water, air, and nutrients to get into the soil faster. Actually get down into the soil where your roots are much faster. As for the cores being pulled and left on top of your lawn, they essentially become topsoil and a top dressing when they break down. So leave them. They'll break up, and especially when you mow for the first time in 3 to 4 weeks. Now, a great alternative to core aeration is liquid aeration, which I chose to do as well. We're using Aeration from Green County Fertilizer. We started the liquid aeration after we'd already done one pass of the core aeration. That way we opened up the soil good, let the liquid aerate go ahead and get in there and start doing its thing, because it kind of works from the inside. It opens up the soil and leaves spaces for nutrients to reside while it's in your soil. Whichever route you decide to go, be it core aeration or liquid aeration, you're doing the right thing. Neither one of them is going to hurt your lawn. I just figured core aeration is good for it. Liquid aeration is good for it. Both of them might be good for it, you know? I was really impressed with this little turf comb machine right here. I think it was awesome. It got it done so fast, and I really appreciate Picture Perfect coming out and doing this for me. I mean, this was the easiest aerate and overseed I've ever been a part of. I literally just stood there and filmed them. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. But it was fun to watch. This machine's really cool. Made quick work. As you can see when I get in decent light, I mean, we poked a lot of holes in the yard. But we gave it a lot of goodies too. Keep watching to find out what. Alright, so for seeding, I'm using Southern Lawn Max. It is a triple blended fescue blend with Da Vinci tall fescue, Leonardo tall fescue, and Michelangelo tall fescue. It does have 0.02 other crop seeds. We've been assured it's not weed seed. It might be like some perennial rye or another kind of fescue or something like that just made its way in. But it's very minimal, and if it is a little bit of weeds, it's okay. This seed is also coated. That's why, if you notice, it is red. And that red coating is what they call Grow Smart, which is 8% neutral, 31% prudent 44, 15% crystal clear turf mix. Those are all, well, the first one is like a really heavy dose of potassium, which will fight fungus or disease, so it's kind of acts almost kind of like a fungicide. If you know more about this, please tell me about it in the comments below. The Prudent 44 and the Crystal Clear Turf Mix are fertilizers. The Capre Ambella and the Capre Remediate are two other ingredients in it, and they are root developers. So it kind of reminds me of like RGS and the kelp from the next line. I'm familiar with that. You guys might be familiar with that too. Basically, what you were supposed to pick up from all that rambling is that the seed came coated with some goodies to help it grow. This is also a lateral spread fescue mix. Now, the lateral spread capabilities of fescue is nothing like Bermuda or even Kentucky bluegrass in cool season lawns. It's a lot slower, it's a lot less developed. It's something that they're just really kind of honing in on. So I'm not expecting it to fill in areas like my bluegrass does. However, I think it'll be a fantastic addition to my fescue bluegrass mix lawn. Now, after you put your seed down, you are going to want to add some starter fertilizer. I chose to use the other half bag of X-Start that I had left over from 3 weeks ago. Doesn't really matter what kind of starter fert you use, as long as it has all three of the N, P, and K in it, you'll be fine. You want the nitrogen for top growth, phosphorus for roots, and potassium for all-around plant health. Check out the link in the description or right up here in the upper right-hand corner for my video that I did on X-Start. Fantastic fertilizer. I highly recommend you check it out. Matt Martin and the guys over there at Carbon Earth Company are really putting together something special. Alright, well, you've seen it. So basically, 2 weeks before you do this, dethatch. Day before, mow low and water the lawn. Day of, core aerate, liquid aerate, seed, and starter fertilizer. After that, your job is to keep the seed moist every day until all the seed has germinated, which is for fescue going to be somewhere between 2-3 weeks. Everything should be up. Once your grass is around 3-4 inches, it's ready to be cut. That's when you can go ahead and cut it. Get on, get off. Don't play around on it. Grass is still very fragile. At that point, you can resume your normal watering of a ½ inch of watering 2 to 3 times a week. When you are ready to mow, I like to bag my clip-ins the first couple times. You don't want any of the clip-ins laying down on your new grass and weighing it down and blocking it from the sunlight or creating a fungal issue or something. Your first mowing will come approximately 3 to 4 weeks after you seed. Make sure you raise your mower up to its top setting because your existing turf is going to go bonkers with all the fertilizer thrown on it and the cooler temperatures. It's going to look right. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Thanks again to PPLM for coming out and helping us out with the aeration and overseeding. Katie?
I appreciate everything that we've been able to do here. We put down Carbon Earth's X-Start product. We also put down a very high quality triple blended fescue seed. We put out some liquid aerate. We did a core aeration as well with our Turfco aerator. So there's been a lot going on here and it's going to yield some amazing results. Be sure, if you haven't done so already, to check out our channel as well. We put out a lot of great content trying to educate people about the why behind the how. And on September 12th, this coming Thursday, we're going to be having at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Matt Martin of Carbon Earth Company joining us to talk about carbon-based fertility and soil science in general. So be sure to tune in on our channel for that, keep up to date on it, and obviously be sure to keep watching this guy as well.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, peace.
Peace. Awesome.